Hi. So we're going to do a short meditation together where we focus on the sounds around us and then experiment with focusing on the breath. You don't need to do anything special. We're just paying attention to what's happening around us and inside us right now. So when you feel ready, if you would like to, you can sit, or if you prefer, you can lie down. If you're sitting, just make sure you feel supported. So it's a good idea to have contact with the ground, either your feet on the ground if you're sitting in a chair, or if your legs are crossed, knees on the ground. Give yourself a little wiggle side to side, whether you're seated or whether you're lying down, just so you can get a sense of that contact with the earth. And then see if you can give yourself a moment to get a little bit taller if you're sitting, to relax into the ground a little bit if you're lying down, just so you've got space to breathe fully and naturally. And then when you feel ready, if it feels comfortable for you, you could close your eyes. That can help you to focus inside a little bit more. But if it feels better to keep your eyes open, by all means do that. So we'll begin by just becoming aware of the sounds around us. There will be sounds inside the room and sounds outside the room further away. We want to see if we can find a way of being with these sounds that allows us to stay rested at the centre. So we don't need to be drawn out towards any particular sounds. We don't need to push any particular sounds away. Just staying at the centre and allowing the sounds to come to us in their own time. Allowing the sounds to come and go. They might layer over each other. And there might be space in between the sounds. There might be silence. And if you notice thoughts coming in response to particular sounds, that's totally normal. We don't need to push them away, but we don't need to follow them either. We can just notice thinking and then return our attention to the sounds themselves, the bare sounds. So we are resting in the centre, immersed in a soundscape. Allowing every sound to be just as it is. Aware of thoughts and reactions that come in response to particular sounds, but knowing that we don't need to follow them or give them too much energy. We can just see them and then come back to the bare sounds themselves. And then we'll see if we can bring this same kind of gentle, rested attention towards our physical experience. So we're going to begin to focus on the breath. And we don't need to breathe in any particular way right now. You don't need to do anything to the breath. Just allowing the breath to come and to go at its own pace. Entering the body and leaving the body. Noticing where you can feel the breath most clearly. It might be the nose, the throat. It might be movement in the chest or the belly. And allow your attention to settle there in that spot for a few moments. Noticing the ways the sensations change from the in-breath to the out-breath. In the same way that we did with sound, you might notice thoughts or reactions arising in response to the breath. That's totally normal. We don't need to push them away, but we don't need to give them too much energy either. So as often as you can, if you notice yourself thinking, just note gently to yourself, thinking, I'm thinking. And with the next in-breath, take your attention right back to the place where you can feel the breath most clearly, and let yourself feel it. Feeling the in-breath, feeling the out-breath. And you can continue to rest in this way, bringing your attention back again and again towards the breath for as long as feels comfortable for you. I'll bring this short practice to a close now. So I'm going to ring a bell. See if you can focus on the sound of the bell from the beginning all the way through to the end. And taking a moment as the bell fades into silence to just notice how things are feeling for you now. Notice if there's been any shift in your internal state from the start of this short practice to this moment. Thank you.